Hello guys, it's Revolution. This channel is not for casuals. Anyway, on this video, we are going to discuss whether or not Jiren has God Ki. The catalyst for Goku's incredible rise in power throughout Dragon Ball Super has been a new plot device called God Ki, something that was never touched upon before in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, but upon training on Universe 7's God of Destruction Beerus' planet and training with the angel attendant to that God of Destruction Whis, Goku learned to attain God Ki for himself, and so did Vegeta, and they rose to astronomical levels of power far beyond anything we saw in Dragon Ball Z. And with the God transformations, stacked Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, far beyond anything we even saw from the Battle of God saga. But come the Tournament of Power, when faced against Jiren the Grey of Universe 11, they were simply hopeless, even with these God transformations and the astronomical increases they received because of these God transformations. But does Jiren himself have God Ki? Was never specifically specified, so we're going to look in depth in this video as to whether he does or not, and hopefully see if we can get closer to an answer. As usual, before we begin, a quick question. Who would win in a fight between full power Beerus and full power Jiren? All abilities, transformations allowed. Hashtag Beerus or hashtag Jiren down in the comment section, and your reasons why. I look forward to reading them. If you're new to Revolution and you're not a casual Dragon Ball fan, make sure you smash that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to be notified when I release new content. Revolution is not a casual channel, so if you're a casual fan, this channel isn't for you. Don't subscribe. But if you like in-depth, detailed talks on Dragon Ball, then you will like this channel, so subscribe. So when God Ki was first introduced into Dragon Ball Super, everyone thought, well, this is going to be the norm from now on. Most characters will likely have God Ki. But apart from Goku and Vegeta, nobody has really been stated to have God Ki other than one character, and that is Toppo from Universe 11. I'm discounting Zamasu from that because he was a natural born god, and obviously Goku Black is basically Zamasu inside Goku's body. And just as Goku can use Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God turning Super Saiyan, Goku Black was able to use Super Saiyan Rose, which essentially is Super Saiyan God turning Super Saiyan by a natural born god. But Toppo, just like Goku, Frieza, Android 17, Vegeta, Gohan, is basically a natural born mortal with God Ki, hence quintessentially having the powers of a god. I know that didn't quite happen in the anime, but it did happen in the Dragon Ball Super manga when Goku was fighting against Toppo in the Zen exhibition match. Upon turning Super Saiyan God, obviously a God transformation using God Ki, Toppo responded with this. Goku stated, "This is the fourth transformation, Super Saiyan God." Toppo's response was, "You finally cast the aura of a god, then I shall respond in the same way," and he did so. Toppo in the manga has God Ki. Like I said, it was never quite stated in the anime, but what we do know is that Toppo was a God of Destruction in training in the anime as well. You'd be hard pressed to believe that upon training to become a God of Destruction, that Belmod or his angel attendant Margarita wouldn't have taught Toppo God Ki. After all, a God of Destruction doesn't just have God Ki, he also has Hakai energy, which in the anime we did get to see from God of Destruction Toppo. There's not really been any information as to how you attain Hakai energy, but is it possible to attain it without God Ki? Let me know down in the comment section. We do know in the manga that Goku tried to use the Hakai against Merge Zamasu, but we've never seen him use it in the anime. Does this suggest that ultimately what Hakai is simply a technique utilized by the Gods of Destructions, who obviously also have God Ki? Now, quite often Jiren was referred to as the mortal of Universe 11, but at the same time, despite Goku wielding Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, he was often also referred to as a mortal, even upon attaining Ultra Instinct Omen, a state even the Gods of Destructions find difficult to achieve. It was stated that it should be impossible for a mortal to attain this state. In episode 110, Anat, the Supreme Kai of Universe 1, stated that for a mortal like Son Goku, after seeing Ultra Instinct Omen Phase 1, and of course we'd already seen Super Saiyan Blue in the Tournament of Power multiple times by this point. Ultimately, whilst Goku does have the powers of a god, he is still essentially immortal. He's not a natural born god nor an appointed god. So the use of the word mortal during the Tournament of Power, especially when coming from a god of destruction, an appointed god of destruction, or a natural born god such as the gods of creations, the Supreme Kais, shouldn't be taken hyper literally. Because as I just mentioned, essentially everybody that was participating in the Tournament of Power was a mortal. Now obviously Toppo was pretty damn strong. In the anime of Dragon Ball Super, he was able to not just match Goku's Super Saiyan Blue form, but in an exhibition match stated that he could match even Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10, and even beyond, considering Goku was going to break his limits at that moment with his flared up state. Now this is the interesting thing about Toppo's ki. It looks exactly the same as Jiren's ki. Now we know that Jiren is wildly stronger than Toppo, even by Toppo's own admission, and he is also wildly stronger than Goku with his Super Saiyan Blue and Vegeta with his Super Saiyan Blue. Even Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution are no match for Jiren. So let's take a look at Toppo's ki when he flares up his ki. We got to see him use this against Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku in the Zen Exhibition match, and he also used this again against Android 17 when he realised that Android 17 was an infinite model android and he needed to finish it in one shot. When Toppo flares up his ki, the inner part of the aura is a fiery aura outlined by a deep red outline of ki. Jiren's aura in episode 127, when he started to get serious against Goku, Vegeta and Android 17, and I guess you could say Frieza as well, is basically an inner aura of a fiery aura surrounded by a red deep ki. Obviously in episode 127 we know that Jiren, with the amount of immense power he has, can create multiple ki layers, but they all stack on top of each other and look remarkably similar. Still, Toppo's ki and Jiren's ki look the same, and they also, remarkably, don't look that dissimilar to Super Saiyan God Goku's aura. Could it be that this is simply the aura of a character in base using God Ki? The inner part of their ki all has this fiery, glowing, glittery look to it, and even then you could look at Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Rose. Both of these possess those traits on the inner part of their ki aura. Obviously the inner part of the Super Saiyan Blue aura is a glowing, fiery blue aura surrounded by a deep blue line, and obviously very similar with Super Saiyan Rose, which has a deep, glowing purple, fiery glow with a deep, dark pink outline. Once again, these are both Saiyan transformations, stacking the Super Saiyan transformation on top of their God Ki base, which is essentially Super Saiyan God. I'm just posing questions here, guys. Of course, Jiren's God Ki, if it was to be God Ki, will be far greater than that of Toppo's and Super Saiyan God Goku's, but you get the drift. But would Jiren want to learn God Ki considering he doesn't want to be a god of destruction? Well, neither does Goku. Goku doesn't want to be a god of destruction, and Vegeta doesn't want to be a god of destruction. But despite the fact that Goku originally got God Ki through the Super Saiyan God ritual and it was given to him, he did not retain the God Ki from that Super Saiyan God ritual. He simply retained the power of the transformation, not the ki itself. He actually learned how to use God Ki by training with Whis and going into Whis' staff along with Vegeta. In episode 19 of Dragon Ball Super, Whis told Goku and Vegeta to learn to keep their ki within the confines of their body. Whilst training in the dimension inside Whis' staff, Vegeta stated that if you raise your power and control it, you are able to move in this God realm. Essentially, after watching the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods movie, you would have been forgiven for thinking that God Ki was a separate pool of ki from regular ki. However, it seems that God Ki is actually more of a heightened utilization of ki by confining and condensing and concentrating ki within the spatial dynamics of your body, manifesting and amplifying your ki way beyond its natural levels. It's what I like to call a ki transformation. Through this process, you transform your regular ki to God Ki. As stated in my video last week, Super Saiyan God Mystery solved, I talked about how confining and concentrating ki into a small area of space actually expounds that amount of energy way beyond the user's actual power level. Well, imagine confining such a huge energy such as Jiren's in the spatial confines of his body. So if this is the case, why would Jiren, who is in search of absolute strength, not want to learn something like this? After all, using God Ki is still using your own natural resources. Jiren has shown disdain towards Toppo for using the God of Destruction form he used in the Tournament of Power against Vegeta, but he commended Vegeta for increasing his own natural power. Whilst he didn't like Toppo borrowing the power of the Gods of Destructions, he commended Vegeta's use of furthering his Super Saiyan Blue evolution, a God Ki transformation, so he certainly doesn't consider God Ki and Kai energy one and the same. Jiren is by no means stupid. Surely it would be smart to choose to use God Ki, a heightened form of using your own regular ki. Jiren's very prideful. He doesn't like borrowing power, stealing power, or even fusion if you take Dragon Ball FighterZ as legitimate, where he calls fusion nonsense when you put him up against Vegito Blue in the game. So what are some other traits of God Ki? Well, users of regular ki cannot really sense those users that have God Ki, as we saw in Battle of Gods and Resurrection. Losing Super Saiyan God against Beerus, Goten and Piccolo were able to sense Goku's ki again in Super Saiyan. However, Frieza could. Frieza stated in episode 25, whilst facing against Super Saiyan Blue Goku, "From the amount of energy I feel, it looks like I am stronger." And as the fight wore on, anybody who saw Resurrection of F know that Frieza was stronger with his golden state than Super Saiyan Blue Goku, but because he didn't train the form, he tired out quicker, and Super Saiyan Blue Goku outlasted him. Now, what kind of aura does Golden Frieza have? A fiery golden aura with a deep orange outline to the aura. Frieza's aura simply has the same characteristics, that fiery golden glow that seems to be streaming upwards, as the Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue transformations do, as well as Jiren and Toppo's auras. But as clear as day in episode 25, Frieza could sense Goku's power whilst in Super Saiyan Blue, a God Ki transformation. And he certainly didn't seem that surprised by the fact that Goku had a God Ki transformation. Does this mean that Frieza has God Ki, or is using a technique similar to the process of attaining God Ki by condensing, confining and concentrating all your energy into the physical spatial dimensions of your body, reducing ki leakage and gaining supreme ki control? Obviously, nothing's assertable because we've had no official word, but let me know down in the comments section. Can others sense God Ki? Like I said, they cannot sense the ki itself, but they can feel something. They can feel pressure coming from a God transformation. As we saw in episode 83 of Dragon Ball Super, Krillin could feel an immense amount of pressure while standing up to Super Saiyan Blue Goku whilst they were sparring for the Tournament of Power, which of course followed on from what we saw in the Battle of God saga. Vegeta literally fell to the floor when in Beerus' presence because of the amount of pressure. But here's the crux of this video. It was never specifically stated whether Jiren and Golden Frieza, and let's throw the legendary assassin Hit in there too. After all, he only opened his eyes concerning Goku and Vegeta when he felt the power of Blue. In the God of Destruction tournament, he showed no interest in Goku and Vegeta's Super Saiyan transformations at all. It was only when he felt Super Saiyan Blue that he decided to take any note. So it's certainly plausible to question whether these characters had God Ki or not. It was simply a matter that was just left open to interpretation. Could it be that the writers simply expect the viewer or reader of the manga to expect that characters of a certain power level would possess God Ki and have already undergone or stumbled across the process that transforms regular ki to God Ki? In Frieza's case, it certainly would explain his immense power-up. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be the only explanation as to how these characters got so strong, because we know that there are other characters who have reached these godly levels of power with regular ki. For example, Ultimate Gohan has regular ki, but is somewhere around Super Saiyan God level if the episode 90 and Tournament of Power is to be believed. Then of course we have Super Saiyan 2 Kefla in the Tournament of Power. She was beyond Super Saiyan Blue level and was competing with Ultra Instinct Omen Phase 2. Then of course we have Broly from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, whose adaptation and Super Saiyan transformations took him beyond even a Super Saiyan Fusion level, and possibly even beyond Super Saiyan God Fusion level, considering Gogeta used Super Saiyan Blue. Then there's even Android 17, who doesn't have regular ki nor God Ki, who is able to compete with God tier characters. Of course, their ki auras look remarkably different to those of the God Ki transformations of Saiyans, as well as Toppo's and Jiren's and Frieza's. But then again, could these aura designs just be from a lack of consideration through what these auras could represent in the fandom? Guys, you know what my channel is about, especially if you've been following me for quite a while. Until there's official word from an official source, nothing's assertable, it's only theory until proven or disproven otherwise. But by design, Jiren's ki certainly looks like characters who are known to have God Ki's ki, and he also has impeccable ki control. Truth is, I don't know whether Jiren has God Ki or not. I wouldn't assert that he has God Ki, but I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have God Ki if it was to ever be revealed that he does have God Ki. But I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section. I put forward a lot of points here. Do you feel I missed anything? If you feel there's something you could add to what I've already put forward, let me know down in the comments section. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Keep smashing that like button. Keep lending the Daishinkin your energy. Until next time, Ad Astra.